Hello, everyone. This is Maurice with Maurice Money Matters. We're coming to you today talking about more financial advice and how to manage your money. Today we're going to be talking about different definitions and stuff like that and what they mean, what financial advisors and S&P 500 and those type of things. At this point, you should gone through pretty much most of the 7 keys and you should be ready to invest at least 15% of your total income. So when you start investing 15% of your total income, you want to make sure that you invest it properly. So we will talk about things like, what is the S&P 500? S&P 500 stands for Standard Poor at 500, which means like the top 500 companies of the United States. And normally if you invest in those, you can do well. That's a situation where you can invest in and you can make your money grow. Like I said, at this point, you follow the 7 keys and you're ready to invest and you're ready to start making your money grow for you.
Hi, I'm Diane, Derek's wife, and I am talking to you about several definitions today. The first one is a financial advisor, and a financial advisor is a person who has studied money, investing, and things like that. And what they do, they help you guide your money and make it work for you. There is sometimes a fee assessed with that. It can go from 0.59% up to 1.18%. And so they just will contact you and tell you that they need to meet with you to talk over your portfolio, to see how your money is growing, to see if you need to reallocate it somewhere, and tell you what you should or should not do. Now, normally you can Google a financial advisor on Google or the internet. They also have financial advisors on your job in the human resource department that can guide you as well. But most time people will go through a credit union, because a credit union also they're expanding their resources for the public. And what they will do is have financial advisors there. I'm not sure if they have fiduciary advisors there as well, but they do have financial advisors in a credit union. But in order to utilize a credit union, you will have to be a member of that institution. And as far as their policies are concerned about how often they meet with you or the fees that would be assessed, normally credit unions are free to their members, but you would have to contact your institution for the particulars. A fiduciary is a person who is ethically and legally bound to act in your best interest as the consumer or the person who is investing the money.
That's correct.
Also, they cannot act in their own stead in reference to looking out for their gain and their benefit. That's why they are ethically and legally bound. Now, as I said, as far as the credit union is concerned, you do have to be a member there before you can partake in their free services, if that is the case for that institution, because some do offer free advice. Others will charge you 0.59% up to 1.18%.
So today I got a hypothetical situation, and it's talking about a young lady named Jane and a gentleman named Chris. Jane started to invest at the age of 25, and she invested $5,500 at the age of 25 to the age of 35. At the age of 35, she never invested anything else. But at 65, without investing anything else and only investing those first 10 years from 25 to 35, she ended up with $618,000. But that's one of the keys to investing early and why you should start investing as soon as possible.
Now, Chris, on the other hand, he was probably paying his bills off as we recommend that you do. And when he paid his bills off, he was age 35 and started investing $5,500 per year up at age 35 up until the age of 65, at which time he had accumulated $555,902.
Proverbs 13:11 said, "He that gathers this money dishonestly, it quickly dwindles away. but the person that gathers the money little by little, it will grow.
In Matthew 25, chapter 25, verse 14, it talks about the kingdom of heaven is like a man going into a far country on a journey, and he issued his goods to his servants. One he gave 5 talents, one he gave 2 talents, the other he gave 1 talent. I looked up several different theology versions and thoughts about what a talent would be worth. It ranged anywhere from $1,000 to $2 million. So it just depends on what history you're looking at and what version you're reading and studying. So the point is that it's going to multiply. And so these people that were issued the goods, they made their money work for them. The one who had the 5 talents went and invested that money, and it multiplied and it doubled. So instead of the 5 talents, he issued back to that master 10 talents. The one who had the 2 talents, he invested that money and he doubled it. So he had 4 talents to turn into his master. However, the one who had the 1 talent, he was classed as a wicked and lazy and slothful servant. He went and buried that money, and he made excuses, as we today will do. When we feel like we don't want to discipline ourselves, we will make all types of excuses. Oh, I have too many student loan debts. Oh, I can't live on a fixed income like that. Oh, I can't discipline myself not to get my nails done. So we make all types of excuses, as this servant did to his master. He told his master, I know that you're a good and you're a hard man and you reap where you haven't sown, but I was careful with your money, so I went and digged a hole in the earth and I buried your money. So here's your 1 talent back. But he was cast into outer darkness where there was weeping and gnashing of teeth. And so for us today, when we make those excuses, when retirement time comes, we either will have to work the balance of our days as long as we live, because we don't have enough money to pay for the things that we need, let alone want. And then for those of us who have saved just a little bit of money, maybe $100,000, that's not going to make you live a nice lifestyle when you retire, because you still have things that will come up. You have taxes, you have insurance, you have medications, you have wanting to travel. You'll be wanting to travel as well. You're not going to be able to live that type of lifestyle. And most of the people, I don't think today, have $100,000 saved up for retirement. And that's not a lot of money in today's time. Inflation is steady rising. The cost of living is steady going up. Food prices are going up. Things are going up. $100,000 is not any amount of money to save for retirement.
You know, this hypothetical situation is to show you why it's so important to invest early. Jane invested at age 25 to 35. Now, she only invested 10 years, but she ended up with $618,000 at the age 65, where Chris started investing at age 35, and he invested to the age 65. He only had $555,000. This shows you the compounding interest and how it really works in your behalf. All you got to do is focus on it, but once that compound interest starts to rolling, it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gathers and it keeps gathering, and it almost has a mind of its own. You know, we are coming to you talking about these different videos and how you can manage your money and how you can increase your money. Until next time, this is Maurice from Maurice Money Matter and my wife Diane. Have a great day.
Be blessed.